Happy Tuesday. You're kind of just blah today. I don't know why, because I woke up actually in a really good mood and motivated for the day, but then the weather came in and killed it. So I'm a little bit later than I would like to be. Started doing a few things around the house, and then the time just really got away from me over the last, I would say, probably two months or so. I've been working really hard on being on time. 6 months ago, I was one of those people that literally not get anywhere on time. And why, you ask? I don't know. I feel like all I ever did was make excuses that I thought were justified. And looking back, they were not at all. It just sounds silly. I don't think it's cute when people are late. And so it always bothered me that I was always late. You know, I would always say, oh, I've got little kids, or the baby would have a blowout right before we would leave. Something would always happen, always, right before we would leave to go somewhere, and I could not get out the house on time. That's just what my excuse was all the time. It was that, oh, whatever had happened, that's what caused us to be late. And that just is what it is. And whenever the start of this school year was coming around, I made a promise to myself that it was not going to be this way any longer. Because last year, whenever school started, I just had Eli, my third kid, and he was about a month old maybe. So we were late, I kid you not, at least 4 days out of the week, if not every single day. And I would sign my daughter in. It was embarrassing because whenever I would go to sign my daughter in, like whenever you click the little section where you put the name in for who's signing the kid in, it would automatically pop up with my name because it was such a recent entry. I just kept making excuses. So anyway, when this school year rolled around, I was determined to change the game and not do this anymore. And this is going to sound silly and very simple. I just made the decision to not be late anymore and started doing little things to help. And we haven't been late at all in almost 3 months. Big proponent now that making small changes and forming habits and systems, is literally a game changer for when it comes to time management. Now it's like I'm constantly trying to be earlier than I was before. That being said, packing bags the night before, and I don't always do this. I'm not perfect. I have a lot of room for growth. I'm the first person to admit that there are many areas of my life that I could improve, but I am constantly trying to do better. I say a lot. I don't know how to fix that. Most nights I pack the night before and or just get the things together. That way I just have to throw them in a bag. Make sure that the house is somewhat together. I bought some rolling carts on Sundays. Whenever I'm kind of like resetting the house for the week, I put the kids' school uniforms in there. That way every morning, whatever we need is in there. It's ready to go. Chasing them around and fighting them to brush their teeth and do whatever they need to do is not such a huge deal anymore because the stuff is ready. And when it comes to the baby, just really needs diapers and a couple outfits these days, so it's become much easier. And with the changes of the seasons of life, it's obviously getting easier too. Making those small changes, like very small changes, has been a huge help with me being on time and managing my time. It feels good though to actually just, put a little bit extra work in, and it's not necessarily work, it's just prep. And I heard somebody say the other day, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And it's so true, because if, unexpected things come up and you won't be ready to handle those things because you weren't prepared for just the foundation. So when something odd does come up these days, we can handle it because we're already pretty much ready to go anyway. And I love that because it's taken a long time to get here, and acknowledge that, no, the baby, having a blowout before we left was not what caused us to be late. It was my entire life being in an uproar and in total chaos is what caused us to be late, because I didn't do anything the night before, the week before, the month before to prepare us. I've also learned that I cannot vacuum the floors and clean the whole house within 30 minutes before we need to leave to go somewhere. I've stopped doing those things. I stopped stressing about, making sure the dishes are in the dishwasher before we leave. Do it the night before, or don't do it at all, and just do it when we get home. So it's just little things like that. Anyway, just some food for thought on this Tuesday, and maybe this can help somebody. So if it resonated with you, let me know. And if you have any other tips or hacks that you use to manage your time better, especially with little kids, let me know. I'd love to add it into our routine.